Get ready for a big mod day because we got 57 mods to talk about. All platforms got 38 new and 14 updates. There's also one update from yesterday that dropped late that we haven't talked about yet. And if you're on PC and Mac, you have 4 new and 1 update. Starting off today, new ones for all platforms, we have the Herdsman stick from Mr. Hector. This is returning. If you ever use this in FS25, this is basically an animal trailer that you could hold with your hand, and it holds 200 animals. They say accepted animals are cows, sheep, pigs, chicken, and horses. You can hold 200 of each. So after you've purchased it, really all you gotta do is grab it and then feel free to throw it in the back of a truck if you want to. By the way, you can buy multiple of these, so keep that in mind. And yes, obviously it can be strapped down. Head over to your animal dealer. Whenever you're here, simply come up and you can either grab the stick. There we go. Got it. Oh, I dropped it. Come on. There you go. And then while you've got it in your hand, simply click on the animal pin. Actually, as a matter of fact, it just looks like it has to be close to it because it seems to be working A-okay. No. You need to have this in your hand. Good rule of thumb here. So hold it in your hand, and then now you can see we've got a total of 200 animals which can be purchased and put into here. So we have the herdsman stick there, and we can choose our different animals. Yeah. Even you could buy 200 horses if you really want to. For me, just for showcasing, I'm gonna buy a couple cows. 200's probably too many. Let's buy like 8 of them. So now those 8 cows are inside this stick. It is basically supposed to be like role-playing that you are leading these cows to pasture, but really, we're just gonna go deliver them. Once you're back over to your main farm, go ahead and head over, grab your stick, if I can get it. Oh boy, we gotta come up here. Come on. Probably in a future update we make this a little bit more solid, but it does work. Come over here, and now we can offload our 8 cattle. There you go. Move to the husbandry. Boom, done. Okay. Gotta hit okay a million times, but now they are in here. What up, dude? I just bought you. Next on our list, we've got the Krone BigX 1180 pack, and boy, oh boy, is it a pack. It has got all the stuff, so if you've been wanting a nice, big Krone forage harvester, you got one. You got the pickup right there, which is going to be picking up all kinds of grass and straws. I don't know if I've got a mod installed that does straw, but I don't think so. You've also got the forage harvester header, and then you've got the mower header, which will also do some forage as well, plus a header trailer, which is very cool. As for the specs, 1,156 horsepower, which is great news. Variable transmission, 1,100 liters of fuel, goes 24 miles per hour. As far as your wheel brands, we have quite a few wheel brands in here, which is very nice to see, including some big old duals on the Trelleborg. You can also put those on Midas if you want to. We have an old green edition, the black matte, the green black, as well as the green black edition matte. And for those of you curious, yes, this pack is from the same modder that brought us the Krone Big M yesterday with all these colors on it. So then moving on, we do have those interior colors. If you wanted to swap those up from a black, maybe say gray, those are your only options. Same thing for the seat. Your beacon lights, we've got the classic and the modern style, as well as clear windows with a clear blue or black edition. Silage additives tank, you can add that if you want to in a couple different models, 275 or 505 liters. It comes with the long pipe. Highly recommend that one, but really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I guess it in Farming Simulator anyway. So you go with a standard one and save yourself some cash, but at $659,000, I don't think you're trying to save $1,000. It's not going to matter that much at the end of it. As far as everything else, you're going to find the additions for the colors to make it match up with everything, but you're not going to really find much else. As you can see with all of the different headers, all we've got are the colors. The cool thing though, I will say this, we also have the addition colors on the header trailer. This is not something that everyone would include, but the fact that they do, 2 thumbs up. Next up on our list is the Liebherr R960 from Kenny456. Oh yeah, more excavators, baby. Let's go. You got 340 horsepower on here with a variable transmission, though at 6 miles an hour. Doesn't really matter what kind of transmission you've got. You do have the fast coupler auto tilt of yes and no. We've even got cab protection, which comes standard, but you can remove it if you like. So even some tinted windows, but it doesn't get too crazy. Then you've got main colors, you've got cab color, and track color. I'm curious about main color number 2. Let's go with a gray. Wow, that is, yep. We're going back to gray with that one. Cab color, of course, we've got the white, but you could change it to yellow. And then the tracks color as well, although that does not look great. There you go. But that's not all. It gets bigger. It's so big, as a matter of fact, that you have to buy a separate arm for it. So this one's going to have the same option, so nothing crazy through there. And you're still at 340 horsepower. However, you then go with this guy, and you can choose how long or how large you want the arm size to be on this. So you can go up to a 15 plus 11 meters on there, and it's even got that fast coupler on it. So if you wanted to hook a couple of these together, boom, you get your arm, boom, you get your excavator, which is so stupid. And then for size comparison, let's buy the other one. I will say this does look kind of silly, but I love it. Come forward, grab a hold of it, and there you go. That is a Senor excavator, if I've ever seen one. Holy cow. Woo-wee! Here's a rare sight of Tatra, the Phoenix 6x6 Agro-Truck-Plus. Just like Disney Plus on here. We got 462 horsepower, 440 liters fuel, goes 49 miles an hour. Pretty standard through there. We have additional headlights, which actually tell you where they are, so they can pop up on the roof, on the front and the roof, or neither one of those. And we can go with a trailer hitch. Love that trailer hitch on there. If you've got anything in the field, it does have PTO, so you can use a pin hitch or a ball hitch for that matter. And then we've got multiple colors. Main color doesn't seem to be main because that is going to be gray. However, if we change that up, evidently the front small part of the bumper tends to be main on their setup. We've also got the grill color, a design color, which I'm not quite sure, a little bit in the front, cabin color, which you would expect to be main, but is not, is cabin, and then rims. So, hey, you've got everything you're looking for there. So that's nice. Next up, the Lizard NTG P320 Roll On. Yeah, get your roll on. This bad boy right here is also available as a Scania on PC and Mac. However, we're only going to be showing off options on the Lizard version. So if you're looking for PC, well, here you go. Watch this one. 320 horsepower on it with an Optic Cruise transmission. 1,075 liters of fuel, goes 74 miles per hour. It is part of a pack, so we also have a grain container, and we even have a container trailer. So we can hook up that container to the back of both of these and run 2 of them at the same time. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. I just drank a Coca-Cola. Chassis options, you've got your 8x2 as well as an 8x4 setup. So you're really not going to see much difference here. However, it's just going to be which wheels are driven. And with up to 540 horsepower, you may want to drive them all. Go for it. Wheel brands with Agro Mods, all their stuff is going to be pictures, not brands. So you will have to flip through and find the picture that you really like, and then you can select the hubs that you like. We've also got grill headlights, which could be added in there, looking fantastic. We can add or remove that spoiler and give it a couple options. Roof headlights, we've got those too. We even have a sunroof. If you want to throw that in there, looking real good in there. Looking real good in there, but that is not all. There are so many more options in here. For example, the grill styles, we could change that up. Painted headlights of yes and no, original sun visor setup, side protection, whether you want a small piece or not, although I can't really find what's up with this one. Hey, it's on this side, not both sides, just this side. All right, and then you can even add horns on top if you wanted. Not only that, but we have even more stuff. So we've got the digital sign on here, virtual, gonna do virtual, I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. And then it says Farming Simulator on there. That's kind of neat. TR Lizard. Alrighty. Espresso. Yep. I just don't know what these mean because it's, I believe, Portuguese. We've even got radio antennas, which I've never been a fan of, but I know some of you guys love them. So if you want those to bounce around, you've got those. Wheel designs. You can even change more of the wheel design here. That would be nice to have this up at the top. If you want it, you've got it. We even have a logo color, which you can change that up in the front. Check this out. So if you've got the Scania version, I bet that'll look pretty cool. Exhaust, let's see if we can find that. You never know where it's going to be. Oh, it's in between the front two wheels. So we got a smaller one or a standard one, nothing too crazy. Turbo combo of yes and no. Cost you $1,000, but for some reason, again, can't find anything that it's doing anything with. Or turbo comb, rather. And then we could change up our bumpers with a couple different bits. Glass color, you've got that as well, going super dark. And cabin details. You can add those if you want, which kind of makes everything a little bit more chromed out. Then we've got colors for everything your heart desires. Now you are going to need something to put on the back of it. It is a hook lift, so if you've got any other hook lift stuff, you can go with it. Although they do offer some containers here, even with the USA on it, even though it's a South American truck with a cover or not. And you can change up the color of Z color. And then we have the container holder for last. So the wheel brands are going to be matching up with the wheel designs and your color options, which is pretty cool. We don't have a hitch on the back of this, but there is one on the back of the truck, so you can run two of these at the same time and be good to go. Here's another cool mod. This is the Universal Rotating Bunk. What this does is it hooks onto the back of your forwarder, and then it basically turns it into a skidder. It wants you to use the normal grab, but I'm not good enough to do that. And you just kind of sit it right there. And that's kind of it. You can strap down, but I don't think it's going to do any good. But yeah, and it'll just kind of sit there, friction, and whenever you've got a log, just sit the log up in there and basically treats it like a skidder, which is kind of neat. Like this, well, this uses the grapple, but I'm guessing it's using the exact same setup as the back of that. Ooh, this one's got one too, doesn't it? Yeah, on the back of it. You know what I'm talking about. We also have a couple Namyslo mods from JMZ. We've got a nice cultivator set up here at 6 meters. We've also got the Marcello pack. This one is also going to be some cultivators, so those are available in multiple different sizes. And we've also got a set of mulchers in different sizes as well. I say different sizes. I don't know. Two of them look exactly the same. Speaking of mulchers, here's a forestry mulcher. This one's from HR Forest, and it hooks up onto your excavator. So, hey, if you want to use a Liebherr from today, you can definitely do that. Additionally, we also have a Lizard RD1600E. This is going to hook up via your front loader. So there you go. You can hook up through that and choose to remove brush and things like that. So it really just kind of grabs on. It's also a PC-only version of this. We'll talk about at the end of the video. Your last, tool mod is the Fliegl Dolly EA. This bad boy is a little bit weird. I feel like we're missing a color option, or they just forgot to put colors on it, because all those white bits can't be changed. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that. I mean, it looks like that in the thumbnail, but I don't know. Sometimes things just aren't right, and it just doesn't look finished. You could paint the rest of it white, but it's a dolly, so there's a chance it's going to be black or onyx, something like that. Nice thing is we can change up for a couple different colors, so they've included some custom colors in there. So that's kind of nice, including base game silver. But again, those white bits just look weird on there. If you're looking for animals, we have the large UK cow barn from MS Modding. This will hold 150 cows. It's a $100 daily upkeep, and it will cost you $100,000. I've already got a door here opened up. We do have slurry and we have milk, although for some reason the milk doesn't show up in the bottom right-hand corner, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that. However, the milk is right over here. If we take a look at it in here, you can see manure, no manure heap nearby, so just put one of those down and you'll be good to go. Additionally, we also have the lizard calf huts. These are from Mr. Hector. Now, there was another modder that released a calf igloo at one point, although it had some interesting things going on with it. This one, not too shabby. Also, it's available with water in there. It makes manure. You have to put in straw to get that, but it does have it. And we've even got a little trigger right here where we can click the button, open it up, and you'll be able to muck it out. Pretty cool, huh? There's also two other ones in this pack as well. However, with these, one is oriented left and the other is oriented right. They're still made for cattle, or for calves, rather, and they will hold 5 each. So you've got that. Also, if you're on PC, you could modify these and make them hold like 500 and then add a bunch of zeros to the food and stuff like that. Although, just make sure max visible numbers stays at 5 if you're going to be doing that. Also, do not, if you do anything like that, don't put them up on third-party sites or anything like that. I think Mr. Hector might get a little bit mad. But, nonetheless, you've got your food up here, you got your water, straw goes in. These are pretty sweet, man. I dig it. Next up, we've got the return of the Grape Production Pack. For me, at least, one of the more confusing mods to kind of like figure out and get everything started, because it's not just this, it's that. It's also this, and that, and this, and this. You can see like an oil mill, a spinnery for grape. Why? I don't know. We'll have to show it to you. A tailor shop. There's another little tailor shop. We've got the fertilizer production from grapes, a bottling company there, co-op bottling, and then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So there's a lot of stuff. However, there's one really great thing that the modder included that makes this easy to understand. This right here. We even have pictures of the different setups inside. So I had the grape plant, which is up here at the top right-hand corner. I had that put down. And basically, you could see through the different levels, the different areas, what goes where and what you want to do with what. You've got grapeseed, which goes down and goes into your grapeseed oil. You also have the table grapes, grape juice, raisins, and unconditioned grape juice, which will go down into premium grape juice and sparkling grape juice. That sounds awful. And you can also go into a grape must, which will be either turned into solid fertilizer or added with recycled polyester and polymers to turn it into a grape leatherette for the spinnery, or to be used at the tailor shop for shoes and belts. And of course, there are selling points in here as well that sell all of this stuff. Whew. And if you want to buy those recycled polymers and polyesters, know that good stuff, you can go in here. You can buy a pallet of that. You've also got 2 trailers, which will hold the extra grape juice. This is really not so much a how-to as much as it is a, hey, all of this exists. If you want to give it a try, go for it. I imagine people that are doing vineyard work are going to love this. Next up, we have the corn oil mill, which allows you to take corn and make oil out of it. In here, we can find the maize oil, which will turn corn into maize oil. It's pretty high as well, 12 to 10. I think it's pretty good. There's also one that'll hold a little bit more, I think, 20 to 10. So, or not 20 to 10, sorry. 12 10 there. 12 10 here as well? 12 10 here as well. Well, there's 2 of these. I guess one fits more of a European-esque style. The other one's a little bit more of an Asian influence. Here on the right-hand side, there's also a sell point, but you don't need it because you could sell these anywhere. Next one's the Carpenter Old Pallets and Bale Storage. This is from DS Power. It includes some really cool stuff and makes a few things that work with some of their other mods, like Farm Bakery, Farm Mill, and more. So, jumping in, taking a look at what we can make. We've got bakery cases. Of course, we've got multiple barrel, bathtub, doghouse, empty pallet, and so on and so forth. So really that bakery cases, that's kind of the one to keep an eye on. In through here, if we want to utilize it, of course, right there is going to be the thing. And we could change up between English and I believe European or German styled text on the building. So we've got that if you want it. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Now, if we also want to use this as a bale storage, you could do that. So right here, we've got bale storage completely open inside, holds 800 pieces. And then we've got a completely open section here as well, also 800 pieces. You may notice that it's basically the exact same thing, just without walls. So it is not only a carpentry, but it is also bale storage, so all in one. Next on our list today is the small production points with shed option. Basically what they have done is they've gone in to take the small productions, these guys that are in the base game. Does that give me a hand? Why does that give me a hand? Do I have heavy lift turned on? I did. Why did that give me a hand? I can't touch that. All right, let's jump in and take a look at these. So basically, small production points with setup. So you can see here, we've got the grain mill. Looks very similar to what would be found under our thing. Well, we go in, find a shed, and go with Yes. Now, some of these might be a little bit different. I think some of them at least looked a little bit different when I was looking at screenshots, but now that I'm looking at it like this, it doesn't quite seem that way. See, Tailor Shop, small production points with the shed option. This one looks like it's already got the shed, and I can't unselect it, so there is that. But yeah, so these are kind of neat. Do we have these small production points already? Yes, they're in the base game. Do we have small production points without the buildings already? Yes. But this pack gives you both. Next is a TMR production. First thing I want to take a look at is check out these windows and the vents at the top. Yeah, man, move it around. I think that looks so cool. So this is going to be where you dump your silage, your straw, and I believe your hay, although two of those look like silage. Actually, one of them looks like TMR. I'm not sure what's up with that. And then you've got your drop there. Around towards the back, we could find our cog, where we find what our recipe is. 360 silage, 360 hay, 20 mineral feed, and 180 straw. I feel like we could have brought the numbers down just a little bit for that. But hey, it is what it is. Cycles per month, 24 bucks, 168 of them. Capacities are super duper small, so I'm not quite sure how great and easy this is going to be. I mean, for 30 grand, it's not too bad, but you could spend the same and get one that holds 100,000 liters. So there is that too. Plus, it does come in a couple different versions here, different options. So hey, if you're on PC and you want more numbers, just add more zeros. Here's something pretty cool. This is the chip factory, the Artisanal chips factory. Oh yes, it's also like shaped pretty interesting too. I like this. I dig this. I don't know if this is from the base game or something that is brand new. However, it looks pretty sweet to me. Let's go in here and check it out. So we can make beetroot chips out of olives, which I don't really know how beetroot chips and olives are in. I don't understand that. Oh, for olive oil. That made no sense. You can also make carrot chips, chili chips, garlic onion chips. Those sound pretty good. Honey and goat cheese. That sounds awful. Parsnip chips, potato chips. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Sun-dried tomato chips. Those aren't too bad. And tomato mozzarella chips. Sounds like a really interesting Pringle setup. Nonetheless, there you go. Some pretty neat stuff. It's just something different to do. And that's what I like. Something brand new, new mods, something a little bit different. Next up, we've got the Wood Pellet Factory. This is available in two versions. We have one that is closed and one that is open, which I find kind of neat. So this reminds me a little bit of the hay pellets kind of thing, but it's wood pellets instead. So we can come over here and press a button. Hang on a minute. Let me turn on my help window here. This does nothing? Something, I'm sure. Let's go over here and actually take a look at the production itself. So we would need empty pallets, a pellet bag, and then wood chips. And then that is going to turn it into pallets of wood pellets. So that is what you're going to need there. The good thing is, if you don't know how to get those other things, don't worry, you can buy them, which is fantastic. So you can buy those there, so you'll be able to buy the little packs that you need. Wood chips are going to go in here, and then they go up and over, and then all the way up and over, and then chunk, and they pop out over here. It's a really neat setup. Oh, and as I mentioned, there is a version that is completely enclosed as well. If we come in here and open the door, it is basically the same, but we have some extra shelves around, making it, well, nice to stack them up. Plus, it's enclosed, so you won't get rained on. We also have a couple other goodies today. Actually, as a matter of fact, we're only halfway done with the new mods, but most of them are going to go pretty quick here in a second. This is the Lizard Liquid Fertilizer and Herbicide tanks from Mr. Hector. Capacity is 166,000 liters. We can come over here and we can buy some herbicide or liquid fertilizer if you would like, or you can just simply come up here and dump in whatever you've got, which is very nice. We've also got Bale Storage. Now this one's interesting because these are like little pallets and the bales get spawned on top of these pallets right here. But one of the neat things are you can select kind of what you want. So I've put down the basic one. So it's 250 of your bales. However, You can use this one as well, which is like the old version, so it's kind of a little bit more decrepit, but if you wanted to like match your layout that you've got in your barn or something, that's great. Here's one that's a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, and then we've got another old version of that. So basically 2 sizes and 2 visually different items. Kind of neat. We've also got the field silos for silage. Now these are just going to be little squares. And you bring them in and you just kind of place it down, but it is a silage bunker. So as you start to put material in that area, it's going to show that, and it's even going to have a really nice cover animation too. The big thing here is they are cheap. $100 for a pretty massive one right here. I don't know if you can see the ears. It's larger than the entrance into this field area. So you can definitely put down some real big ones, real cheap. It's a great way to get into making silage. The next one is the crop maze. Now this one is quite interesting because you might be able to see behind me. Let's go into the flight mode here. This is it. So it's, well, not flat on the ground, but a little bit higher up than flat. But that is your maze in a nutshell. But if we look over here, you can see how we've got the openings to walk through, and then all of the areas, see these black bars right here, those are actually set to not delete, so it's like shows where the crop is going to be. So I put this in just the middle of a crop, and it worked great. So this is the end. I guess we got to go to the other side. Run. All right, so from here, we can actually go up to this and click Hide Maze, and then it's going to hide that. So now, all of that is gone. And just to show you that from here, just come right here, click Hide Maze, and now it's gone. Oh, now that's a real maze to have to go through. Yikes. Whoo. That made me nervous just looking at it. Let's see, what's the fastest way through? Looks like it's going to be around here, then around back towards here. Boop, 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 boop. Just like so. Bam, 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 bam. Not that I cheated or anything. I'm not really that great at mazes. This one wasn't too bad. Schultz, come up with round number 2. Ooh, add a second one to the mod to make it more difficult. Yeah. This is so cool, man. I love that it puts it down and it still allows parts of it to grow. That's so cool. Ooh, and when you delete it, the maze is still there as well. That's kind of neat. Moving into some more interesting mods, we've got the Recycling Center from HR Forced. What this is made to be used for is loading up stuff, pallets, giving you kind of a centralized location to do things. We also have parking spots around towards the outside, and we have some bunkers around towards the back if you wanted. One of the other nice things is this looks like we can use the blocks that we had. If I can remember where those building blocks were. Constructibles, that was it. If we can use these building blocks, I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same. So if you wanted to, you could also use this other mod and place like a whole wall here if you wanted to. And it would be absolutely perfect. It matches up great. That's awesome. I love that so much. I love when mods work together. But anyway, this one is, okay, maybe it didn't work quite well, but maybe I didn't place it down at the exact right angle. Nonetheless, let's come down to the ground now, and we'll see a couple more spots here. So these are places where semi-trucks are supposed to back up into. Can we open that? No, we cannot. But we do have a trash can, so that's cool. And we've got a spot here as well. I almost feel like this should raise up. Let's see. Well, in all the screenshots I'm seeing, it is not set to raise up, but it is for rear and side loading trailers, like the base game Krone. So, very cool. Nice logistics center. Just don't forget to delete your floating bricks. From ICAS, we have their living shed. Now, this is not the Schaus that we showed off a few days ago. This is a shed that I showed off, I feel like a couple months ago at this point. You've got multiple different rooms through here. So, you got a nice big bathroom to start with. Opening up here, we've got our wardrobe. And the last one, of course, is going to be where we go to sleepy time. If we run out of here and take a look at the rest of it and open up the doors here, you will find auto-loading places for pallets, as well as a place to work on your vehicles, which are parked in here too. How cool is that? Plus, this last section is a complete drive-through. Nice! I've done so many videos for ICUS, I've lost track at this point of which mods I've done and which ones I haven't. I think I've done this one. This one right here is the shop with storage. So we've got storage, and we also have a place to work on our vehicles. So there are two massive doors. I opened this one first because this one takes forever. It's also got a chain sound instead of a hydraulic sound, though it is a big hydraulic door. So heads up there. Inside to the right is going to be where you work on your vehicles. We do have a nice little opening up top. You can put whatever you want up there. Go for it. A big opening door on the side, so you can get in and out with fair ease. And then we have a massive storage spot here for all of your pallets. Goodness gracious. Additionally, today we have the big garage 20x30, shed with repair point, metal shelter pack, wood shelter pack, wooden shed, concrete barriers, tool trunk, vehicle pack, and farm main building. Jumping over to updates, we are going to start with the one from yesterday, the time savings logistics. This is going to be version 1001. They have fixed the barley production, which is something that I mentioned would definitely be happening when this released a few weeks ago. Now we get into updates from today, starting with New Hope version 1001. Added collectibles now showing in map. Autoloading bale and combo trailer version 1002. Fixed the issue that prevented the trailer from showing or discharging fill types while configured with the standard capacity tipper. They also say, note, the trailer may need to be reset in the shop or repurchased for the changes to take place, plus fixed an issue that would cause the game crashing when autoloading cotton round bales. An update to the road kit, set collision type from static to kinetic. That's not a real word! Jumping over to two real words, the American Workshop 1002 repaired the doors, updated the mod description version, and new work boxes. American Midwest Fertilizer Shed version 1001 removed the white box, new roller doors, new man doors, new outside lining, and updated to current game version. Bavarian Cowshed, VMask added, solar panel configuration added, collisions adjusted, occluder mesh added, gutters adjusted, and light added. American Midwest Truck Shop 1001 updated current game version, new roller doors, new man doors, new night lighting. Next is Machine Storage 1001 improved some details and improved the tip collision. Shed with Garage 1.001 model and details changed and improved tip collision here as well. Small Sheds pack, new models added. Barn model improved. Easy Shed pack fixed colorable configuration, fixed the position of the solar panels, and fixed the problem for flattening terrain owned by. Small Garage, details improved. And lastly, Placeable Signs version 1001 minors fixes into XML files to prevent too many logs. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players, we have the Scania NTG P320 roll-on. Get your roll-on here. This is basically identical to the Lizard NTG P320 roll-on, so hey, if you saw that one earlier, this is the same. We've also got the KRPAN RD16E, which is the same as the Lizard RD16E that we showed off earlier. Next one for PC is Buy Used Equipment. The local dealership has announced that they will provide a broker of used machinery. Find great deals on used equipment on your behalf. The broker will scout the nearby areas for good deals based on your request, and hopefully find that dream equipment that you had your eye on. So with this mod, as you can see at the top left hand, you will have a button that says Find Used, where you will have three different options to choose from. Number one is a quicker one, which is going to be less than a month, with a 65% chance of success for a modded fee. Number two is an extended search, more thorough search in a wider area up to 3 months with an 80% chance of success for a higher fee. Or three, a continuous search for a premium fee. The broker will search relentlessly for a full year, putting out ads globally with a 99% chance of success. When paying a higher fee, the broker searches for an extended period of time, as well as in a broader geographical area. Not that that matters in Farming Simulator, it's just kind of telling you how it is. So if there's something that you want that is used, good news. You can probably find anything now. Lastly, new for PC and Mac players, today we have Cultivator Settings. Many cultivators from the game can be operated at different working depths in reality, depending on the settings. In the game, individual cultivators also have the option of being set to a flat cultivator or normal cultivator. Well, with this modification, all cultivators get this option and can also be set to deep cultivator. They can be configured in the store to a fixed working mode or as a variable cultivator, which can then be switched via the working mode, which costs $2,500, but is well worth it. If a cultivator is to be used unchanged, this can also be configured in the store. Soil cultivation with deep cultivator replaces plowing, and the cultivators are switched via the standard function switch working mode. This is a very, very cool mod, and for those of you that just want a little bit more on PC, this is a great mod to go for. Lastly, today an update for PC and Mac players to additional game settings version 1004 fixed the function easier engine starting, which was not working after patch 1.7, fixed an issue where the month name was displayed incorrectly on the clock, November instead of October, and added an option to run faster by double pressing a key. And there it is. What a crazy, crazy mod day. So many mods. They get lost in my brain. Speaking of my brain, it hurts, so I'm gonna take off. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Enjoy playing with the mods. Hopefully this video helped you find the ones you wanted to see first. Otherwise, have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.